In this video, I want to share with you guys exactly how I've been able to scale my agency from $0 all the way up to a 7-figure company. And I'm going to be showing you the steps on how I got there, all the struggles, all the obstacles I had to go through so that you could probably relate, whether you're a new agency owner or you are an existing agency owner who's been doing it. I'm sure you'll be able to learn through my own journey, through my mistakes, and hopefully you can apply it so that you can skyrocket your own business. I'm going to be jumping into my Stripe account here. So let me go ahead and jump in and share my screen right here for you. And, as always, guys, I try to give as much value as possible to my audience, to everyone that comes to my channel. So if you have any suggestions on what types of videos I should make, what type of content, what you guys would like to see, drop it in the comment section below, right? Because here, that's what my channel is all about, is helping you guys. So let me know how I can do that. All right. So as you can see here, this chart here, we have the gross volume. We have the net sales, net volume from these sales, right? So this is gross. This is how much I made total. And then after Stripe fees and, refunds and here, things of that nature, here's what, I brought home. And then obviously paying out overhead, taxes and stuff, obviously. But this is like pretty much after Stripe fees and all that. Okay, so I started my agency in 2019. I started my LLC technically in 2018 of November, but I didn't get my first business. Like we didn't get the ball rolling until I believe it was April of 2019. And that might be a little bit more helpful if we jumped to the month of April, right? So let's go ahead and go there. Let's go ahead and travel back into this time zone. Looks like April 17th. I didn't even get my first client yet. All right, so let's see if there's 30 days. Okay, there we go. My first client ever was on April 25th of 2019. That's just crazy. We're traveling back about 4 years. Today is April 17th. Yeah, so it's about 4 years, right? About 4 years ago, I got my first client, and it was a gross volume of $2,000. On here, it's going to say $1,500, but we made, not really sure why it says that actually, but nonetheless, $1,500. I'm pretty sure it's like an extra $500 for the setup fee. So I'm guessing that's not showing here, but nonetheless, $2,000 was our gross volume on April 25th. And that was when I got my very first client. Okay. So previously, we got to go back so that you can understand where and how my agency started at zero. In 2018, I had finished a couple courses in regards to social media marketing, learning how to get clients, how to fulfill those services. I started off by running Facebook ads for chiropractors because that's what everybody was going for. That's what all courses were teaching you what to do, or teaching you to do, is go after chiropractors or that medical industry, because doctors can afford your marketing services. But then what I quickly figured out was that when I was running Facebook ads, it was difficult to get them high quality leads, right? This was back in 2018. So, I was getting paid outside of Stripe, right? They were giving me checks and stuff like that, because I just started with my local area. And I was running Facebook ads. I couldn't get results. So these business owners, they just dropped me. I couldn't get paid anymore. And so that's why I dropped Facebook ads. I was like, all right, I need to figure out a way where I can actually deliver better results so that these clients can stay retained and paying me every single month, right? And that is an issue, a struggle for a lot of agency owners, maybe including yourself watching this video. You understand that when you get so excited on signing a new client and he only stays on for about a month, maybe 2, and if you're lucky, maybe 3 months. And it's a constant struggle for a lot of agency owners because, they're signing in new clients and those clients are then leaving. And then you're having to go in this cycle where you have to keep continuously finding new clients. And that is why it's so important that you need to hone down on your skill, right? Is whatever service you are selling, you want to make sure that you are setting the expectations and you are actually over delivering and not under delivering, right? So you don't want to over promise. You actually want to under promise and over deliver. That's how it should be. Set the expectations right. Okay. And I noticed that a lot of agency owners, they tend to over promise. They say that they're going to do all these things And when they do end up signing a client, you're no longer delivering those results. You're not delivering the results that you said you would. That's number one. Number two, customer support, customer satisfaction. Okay. What I noticed is that Amazon is one of the biggest and most successful companies without owning any products. And the reason for that is because they have top-notch customer service. Have you ever talked to an Amazon live chat support? They are extremely helpful. They are all about you. They are all about the customer. They're willing to do whatever it takes to make you happy. And I adopted that strategy into my own business. I mean, I've had clients hit me up at like 10 p.m. at times before, right? I didn't have a lot of clients at the time. I'm still a young guy. I'm up at 10 o'clock. You will get a reply from me if it's within reasonable hours, and you will get it within a reasonable amount of time, right? As far as compared to working with a bigger marketing company that they might take 1 to 2 business days to get back to you, right? I am on it. I get notifications. I get email notifications. I am getting back to my clients within 10 minutes at times, within 5 minutes at times, sometimes instantly. And clients tend to really love that. And that is how I've been able to retain a lot of my clients. I've been able to develop that relationship. And a lot of my clients, they tell me they actually stay with me because of my communication, because of how instant responses they get. So if you can adopt that to your own agency, that is a huge win right there, right? And it might not have to be you. You might be able to outsource that to somebody that's willing to do it for you. So that right there is a gem that's going to grow your business. All right. So looks like here May, it looks like we signed a couple of another clients, right? So we got one client for 1,000. We kept the same client, right? So May 25th, the $1,500 management fee. Looks like I got prorated or something like that, but that happened there. And then we signed a $500 client. So as you can see here, guys, I'm breaking it down month by month. I'm not going to go through all that months, obviously, but I want to show you guys that it started small, okay? Before we got to making 5 figures months to 5-figure days, this is where it started, and it's okay. I started at 0, guys. This chart right here is all flat line, okay? This is a flat line. This means I made $0. And that happened for a long time, not just this month. It happened for all, I'm not showing you like the previous months where I made $0 and all the struggle that I went through to get to a couple bumps here. Okay. A little couple payments. Okay. So it's okay. All right. So starting out, guys, we're not going to expect anyone to pay us. I didn't expect anyone to pay me 5,000. I didn't expect anyone to pay me 10,000 in a single day. Right. That's how much I'm getting paid now by some clients. They're paying me $10,000 in a single day, guys. And it's because of the brand I built, the results that I'm able to drive, and the support that I'm able to give, right? They trust me. They trust me to get the job done. And they trust me that when they have a question or concern, I can address that quickly. So as you can see here in May, we signed a client for $1,000. We kept that client on the that we signed on the 25th. And then we signed another client for $500. So starting out, guys, it's okay to be charging $500. It's okay to be charging just $1,000, guys. What's important is that we want to get the ball rolling. What's important is that we want to start building up our case studies, right? We want to gain experience, because as you gain these little things and you go throughout your business, you're going to start feeling more confident. And when you speak to new potential clients, when you train your team, you sound more confident. You come across more confident. And when you come across more confident in what you say and what you do, the people listening are going to trust you. Okay. They see you as a leader. They see you as you're credible. They see you as you know what you're doing, what you're saying. You believe in what you say. So that's really important, guys, is to just gain confidence and get that ball rolling. All right. So let's go to June here. We're going into summer times. And look, guys, within my 3rd month, I had already hit $8,100 in a single month. Okay. Obviously, we have net volume here, but I'm just going based off of how much we're getting paid. $8,100 means that I'm about to hit 6 figures in a single year, right? You need to make $8,333, every single month to hit that $100,000 annual mark. I'm at $8,100 and I'm only a third month in. We started in April, we had May, we signed 2 clients in May, and now here we are in June. And the way that I was doing my outreach methods was really simple. Okay. I crafted up a message, very short, simple, to the point, gave enough information, but also wasn't too vague. All right. I'm not going to give you the message just because it doesn't even matter, right? If I give you the message, the value of the message goes down. Everyone's going to start using the message, right? So it's important that I give you the idea of how to craft the message so that you can use that and send out the messages so that you have a higher success rate. All right. So what you want to do is you want to craft a message, short, simple, straight to the point, and you want to spark some type of curiosity, okay, and get them interested in what you have to say, right? The whole purpose of that first message that you send out is to get a response. Interested, not interested, okay? If they're interested, let's book a call. Let's hop on a call. All right. So that's all I was doing. I crafted a message and I started sending out messages, as many as I could, on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook. I was on LinkedIn as well. So here we are. Looks like we signed another client here on June 3rd, $1,500. That was the average price that we're charging at the time, $1,500. A couple days later, looks like 3 days later, we signed another client for $750, guys. Right? It's okay. It's all right. You don't have to be charging $1,500 every time. This client specifically was just on the fence. She didn't have a big budget. I remember her. Didn't have a big budget. And we offered her $750 if you move forward today. She agreed. And it's okay, guys. It's all right. And she actually stayed with me for years, for a really, really long time, until she just wanted to do her own thing and go separate ways. That's totally fine. It happens. But $750, we got the ball rolling. We got case studies. She gave me testimonials. She was an advocate for me. She referred me new business. Anytime a potential lead wanted to talk to someone, that one of my clients, she was willing to do that for me. And for $750, guys, that's okay. We're getting experience. We're getting case studies. And she was willing to do all these things for me. We had a connection, relationship. It's totally cool. Oh, and in between that, we had a great day. I even include this. Look, so check this out, guys. June 3rd, $1,500. June 4th, $500. $750. And a couple zeros. June 14th, another client for $500. And then here, June 21st, another client, $1,500. And then June 23rd, I think this is the same client as the last one, but still $1,000, right? These are clients that are retaining me. These are clients that are staying on for another month, right? So this is how the power of delivering results, right? Under promise, over deliver. And what I learned is that I dropped the Facebook ads thing. I started running Google ads. And with Google ads, you're able to generate higher quality leads. Yes, the fee, the cost might be a little bit higher. You're paying a little bit more of a premium, but paying a premium is something that clients are willing to do if they're going to get a premium experience. Okay. And once they get that premium experience, they're not going to want to go back to something basic, right? Once you sit first class, it's really going to be, it's going to be really hard for you to go back to economy, right? So that is the idea of it. And so as long as you're able to deliver results, as long as you're able to do that, then you shouldn't have a problem. Okay. So I started running Google ads. And if you want to run Google ads, I have a whole free masterclass, not only on my channel, but I have links in the description. You can see my strategies on how I scaled my agency. But I have a whole free Google ads course on my channel. So you can just grow. I have multiple videos updated on how to run Google ads. Okay. And if you want to learn even more in depth, I have a course for that. That link's in the description. All right. So here we are, June 25th. It looks like we retained that one client from the previous month for $1,500. And we also signed another client for about $850. So it looks like I made an extra $850 here. Right. So that month right here in total, June, $8,100. And I'm hopefully you guys can see, not only see the journey, but the tips I'm giving you guys hopefully is really helpful. And I want you guys to apply for your business. Let me know what your thoughts are. Okay. I want to know. Let's interact in the comment section. Let's move to the next month here. July. Looks like we took a dip. Maybe some of the setup fees, some of that first month in June, we had signed some clients. We charge for the setup fee on the first month. And then the months after that, we don't do any setup fees. It's just a management fee. So that's what happened there. But who knows? Maybe a couple clients maybe wanted to stop, right? But it looks like we retained one here for $750. We still have the $500 client. We have the $1,000 client. We have the $1,500 client, and we have another $1,500 client. And at this time, guys, I had already quit my job. Okay, I had a 9 to 5. I was commuting. I was getting stuck in traffic. I had a manager that was just on me every single day when I was working, and I wanted to quit so bad. I was so frustrated at my workplace. I did not want to work anymore. So at this time, I mean, this is easily replaceable income, right? Obviously, it depends on where you live. Living costs might be a little bit higher where you live at. But for most places, 5,000 bucks, 5,700 is going to be doable for you to be able to work from home, right? So I mean, in that month of May, I mean, 3,000 bucks. So by the time we were in June, guys, I mean, this is doable for you to start thinking about quitting. All right, so let's go to August. August, like we had the same. Okay, so July and August, we kept it consistent, right? No new clients. I think at this point, I was kind of like honing down on just trying to hang on to the clients, keep the clients, right? Got a couple payments here, looks like pretty consistent. So both back to backs, July and August, we had consistent months. In September, I think we took a dip. Looks like we kind of dropped a few clients. I'm still a beginner at this point. It's really an emotional roller coaster as well, guys, because as you can see, we were trending upwards. We signed our first client, super excited. Yay. Let's see if we can get another client. Second month, we signed another client. Third month, we're trending upwards. And then we start trending upwards. We hit that $8,000 mark. I'm like, oh my goodness, I was so close to hitting that. The goal at the time was to hit $10,000 a month. The goal at the time was to make the first goal was to hit $8,333 in a single month, because that would put me on track to make six figures a year. And then the ultimate goal was to make $10,000 in a single month. And as you can see, I was trending towards that, but then now we're taking a dip. And so now I'm thinking, wow, like I don't think this is possible. I don't think it's very hard to do to hit 10K in a single month. So it is truly a emotional roller coaster at this time. If you're trending upwards, you're happy. If you're trending downwards, you're stressed. You are stressed and you're like, I need to sign new clients because these clients might drop off. And what I learned throughout the years, because business is a constant fluctuation. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to flatline, it's going to take huge dips, but it might also take huge spikes. And you got to learn to somehow detach your emotions from this chart. And that way you can focus on growing the business. Because if you are emotionally tied to, the spikes and the dips, you're going to be stressed. Okay. So you need to learn to control your emotions. You need to control when you're high, you got to be okay. When you're low, you still got to be okay. So you don't want to get too excited and you don't want to be too low. You want to always be neutral with your emotions. Okay. Obviously, it's important. You can celebrate, be happy, and all that good stuff, but just understand that you're going to be weathering a storm, right? Storms are going to come and they go, and you just need to be prepared for that. And you need to be okay. So that's September. We're going into October here. I believe October, we started moving upwards again, $7,763, right? We haven't passed our high, which is that third month, 8,000, but nonetheless, we are there. And I believe towards the end of the year, that's when things started really picking up, right? In November, I made that huge jump, guys. We passed the 8,000 mark. We passed the $10,000 mark, and we jumped straight to $14,000. $14,000 in a single month. I've never seen this amount of money. I've never made anywhere close to this amount of money. Even when I was working, I was making minimal, guys. Minimal. I was still living at home with my parents, still struggling, still trying to figure this out. And in November, I was like, wow, we can do this. This is very doable. I got this momentum. I got the ball rolling. Let's keep it going. So a lot of payments came through, a couple new clients here, right? That's what it looks like. And a lot of people say towards the end of the year, you need to chill. A lot of business owners aren't trying to market. They're not looking for new marketing companies. There's holidays. There's this, there's that. There's all these excuses for you to just relax, just to take a seat back and just enjoy the holidays. Well, while everyone else was enjoying the holidays and relaxing and taking time off from their business and stuff like that, I was hungry because I didn't want to go back to work. I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 again. I didn't want to have a manager overlooking me. I didn't want like being told what to do. I didn't have to show up. I didn't like having to show up at a certain time at a certain place every single day, unhappy, making minimal, right? It wasn't what I wanted. And so at this time, I had so much time already. I had already quit my job. So why slow down? I used that time to keep going. I didn't stop, guys. Don't ever stop. And so in December, about 12,000, right? Obviously not as high as 14, but still, I can't complain. I'm not working. I quit my job. I'm finally working on my business. I'm working for me. I'm working for myself. I'm the boss. And my business is a reflection of my personal decisions. The decisions that I make in my personal life will reflect how my business does. Okay. So $12,000, not a bad way to end the year, guys. Not a bad way to end the year at all. And I knew going into 2020, it was just going to get better. And I'm not going to break down every single month again, but January, let's just look at it from a year by year point here, I guess. So here in 2019, $63,000, about $63,000. And I started in April, right? So January, February, March, didn't even get those 3 months. And $60,000 in a single year and not even doing anything didn't make any money for that first 3 months, guys. That is a salary. That is people's salaries. That was definitely, I'll be honest, I was making like under $3,000 at my other job, like under 3K. And that's why I was still living at home. To do this right here, that's a salary. I knew that I can now finally quit my job. I don't ever want to go back to that. And and that was a fear of mine, actually. And so I wanted to work so hard on my business just so that I wouldn't have to go back to working. I wanted that freedom. And then in 2020, we'll go to 2020 here so we can break it down year by year. Whoa. 31st. The second year, we doubled. We went from 63,000 to 140,000. Let's do a comparison here. Previous year, I don't know, we gained like 100% or something. But 140,000, guys, in my second year in business. Nuts. Hitting the six-figure mark, almost hitting 150,000 in a single year. Freedom's almost here, guys. And at this point, some of you guys might look at it as like, wow, that's a lot. Some of you guys might looking at that's a little. And to be honest, this is a small fish, guys. In the grand scheme of things, in the marketing agency world and industry, this is a small fish. Don't get me wrong, I was super excited about hitting six-figure mark, and I felt like I was the man at that time. I was making more than what a lot of people's salaries were. This is still considered a small fish. And that's why there's so much opportunity for you guys to be in this space, even today, right? And even today, I'm still considered a small fish. 2021, we're going to jump. How did we do? 300,000. I doubled again. We went from 63 to 140 to 300. We doubled my annual salary again. $300,000. $300,000, guys. Very possible. I had no sales background. I had no business background, no business degree, no marketing degree, no marketing experience. I learned this was self-taught. This was all self-taught. Bought a couple courses here and there, learned off of YouTube, life experiences, just went out there, started talking to people, and just put my pride aside and in the business world, just being okay with rejection, being okay with failure, and it's okay. Clients, business owners, leads, they will reject you. They will shut you out. They will ghost you. They will drop you. And it's okay. Put your pride aside. Just go out there, start talking to people. The more rejections, the better. You get numb to it. You don't get used to it. You don't even care about it. That's what I learned. This is what I'm passing back to you guys. All right. So, and then 2022, let's see how we did. 12, 31st. Close to $500,000. That's insane. $500,000 in 2022. We obviously we didn't double again, right? We didn't jump from 300 to 600, but I'm okay with that, guys. I'm totally okay with that. And we're trending upwards. In 2023, our gross volume will probably be a little bit lower because our overheads are actually gonna be probably lower. Our profit margin is gonna be a lot higher. So profit margins, don't get me wrong, profit margins around the first three from 2019 to 2022 was anywhere between the first 2 years for sure was like 90%. And then by 2022, I believe my profit margins might have been around like 75%, 75 to 80%. So can't complain. Did dip a little on the profit margins, but can't complain. You're making more as well, right? Close to $500,000, which is nuts. $490,000. I wish we would have cracked the 500,000, honestly. That would have been awesome, but it's cool. That's fine. And then that brings us to 2023. Obviously, we don't have 2023 is still in progress. So make sure you guys are subscribed if you guys want to see. But all time, guys, here's what the journey looks like. This journey is a representation of my emotions. Okay. Don't look at it as a dollar standpoint. It is an emotional roller coaster. It's going to have its highs. It's going to have its lows. When it's low, you're a little stressed. You're a little sad. You're a little worried. You're a little trying to figure out how you're going to get out of this pothole, this dip, and how you're going to continue to grow. But I promise you guys, if you guys keep consistently growing, if you are sticking with it, continuously trying to grow, be better your system, better your skills, better your support, better your retentions, you're going to constantly grow. Okay. And this is what the journey looks like. This is an emotional roller coaster. And it's like it fluctuates, right? It's like a little stock market ticker, right? A business, but it keeps trending upwards. We start seeing $30,000 months. I've never seen that money before. I was so happy about getting my first client back in June or May for $500. And as you can see here, we have $30,000 months. We have $40,000 months, $46,000 months. We had a high of $53,000 in a single month, and the gross volume is a mil now, right? I cracked the $1 million. I believe this in 2023, we cracked $1 million in, I believe it was either January, February. That's when my agency had accumulated $1 million, 7 figures. And I can say now life is where I want it to be as far as like financially. Just, being able to wake up and say, I'm going to go to the gym today. I'm going to go play basketball with my friends, do some work, have my team, checking out my teams. But freedom, guys. I mean, this is what it's about. I mean, happiness, I've studied some of the people who've made a lot of money, and they say that a lot of guys, like even Iman said himself, Iman Ghazi, he said, he makes whatever amount he makes, but he said his happiness was between, I believe he said, like, was it 10 to 30K a month, or 20 to $30,000 a month? That's like your peak happiness, right? That's where you got your business going, you can still do what you got to do, but you don't have a lot of problems, right? Because once you start making more money, once you start making 100,000, $500,000 or whatever in a single month, that just means that you have more problems, more fires to put out, more things you got to deal with. But between 10 to 30K a month, you're running your business, you get to travel, you don't have a lot of fires to put out, you don't have a whole lot of problems and people and teams to manage and communicate with, right? So that's like the sweet spot. 10 to 30K, you're optimal as far as, where you're happy. And obviously, depending on how ambitious you are, you can always try to scale past that, right? And always looking, for me, I'm always looking to trend upwards. So that's just on me. But once you get to between that 10 to 30K mark, guys, I mean, you are where you need to be in like life. Like, you can be able to provide for yourself and for your loved ones, right? So just keep that in mind. And that is exactly how that's my journey. That's how I scaled from 0 to $1 million, just dropping my struggles throughout. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video.